This is such a momentous moment in my life. Our first podcast. I'm so excited. Welcome to Against All Odds. And I am Dr. Calandra Brown-Robinson, bringing it to you today, hopefully, prayerfully, to be very impactful in our community. So we decided that our inaugural episode would be with our producer, Bree Poppy, the wonderful actress, producing, great mother, sister, daughter, amazing friend, Bree Poppy, and she will switch it up a little bit. So on the first episode, she will be interviewing me so you can know who I am. Because some of you may know how wonderful I am, but others may be like, who in the hell is Calandra? Well, this is for you. Take us away, Bree.
Alrighty, yes, I'm so excited. I'm
I
so
am too.
excited. So I have a list of questions that we did not go over,
Okay.
and you know,
Hit
put
me
you in
with
the
your
hot
best shot.
seat. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So the first question, before we even get to like the history of who is Dr. Calandra Brown-Robinson, I want to know what made you want to start this podcast.
So, Against All Odds is intended to be we are building a community where anyone and everyone can have a safe place to be vulnerable, to share resources and networking because some of us are blessed to have villages, but not everyone. And some people feel defeated because they're looking at the other person making it and wondering, like, okay, so what's the difference? And the difference in almost every case is relationships. It's your tribe. It's your village. And so Against All Odds, purpose is to expose people to people just like them, where we were down in the gutter at our rock bottom, and how God elevated us and how we were blessed. And so it is a community we are building of people against all odds. You can still make it. You can still have whatever it is your heart desires if you're willing to put in the work.
Absolutely. All right. So, with that being said, my first question, I would like for you to what is the foundation of Dr. Calandra Brown Robinson? What was your childhood like?
Oh, we spoiled. I had a hardworking mother, and I oftentimes say she gave us too much to the point where I felt entitled.
Mm-hmm.
So I never went to bed hungry. I always had what I needed and most of what I wanted,
Mm-hmm.
the private school, the car. So I had a really, really blessed life.
Yeah.
I had a great mother, great aunts, a great grandmother, and I found out about one later in life. But my family support and my mother had a great, great childhood. No molestations, no beatings, no.
Yeah.
I was not exposed to any of that in my younger years.
Yeah. And so with you saying that alone, you would often wonder like, okay, well, what is the odd that she overcame? So now,
Self-infliction,
okay.
the entitlement,
Mm-hmm.
wanting things quickly, not willing to work for it, hustling illegally.
Okay.
And so in my case, I broke the law.
Yeah.
And it came back. I went on for years breaking the law, and still praise God, still tithe and all of that, because I was still a good person, but I did illegal things.
Mm-hmm.
And all of that came back to haunt me. And 48 months in a federal penitentiary. So for 4 years, no one knew Calandra.
Yeah.
They knew 02539-095.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my identity for a long time. So even still, it was self-inflicted. It was a bad choice that I made to do those things because I wanted the life I'm actually living now. I wanted it then without working for it.
Yeah. What? Okay. Now it's hot.
It's hot.
What did you do?
Went in the banks and took the people money. So back in the day, so now when you swipe your debit card,
You're a
that
bank
money.
robber. Hey, I don't
No, I mean, no.
Like, set it
not
off?
like that. No, not like that.
not set it off.
No.
Okay.
Like dressed like this.
Okay. Okay.
But still illegal nonetheless. So what I did, let me speak for myself. What I did was I would open an account. They call it kiting. And so now if you swipe your debit card, that money leaves immediately 20-something years ago, that's not the case. Everybody wanted the good data processing job at midnight where you worked at night. And so you would go in the bank and make a deposit and then let it sit for a while. And then you come back a couple of weeks later. And then if there were 10 Chase banks, you would go to all 10 Chase banks and take out the whole 5,000 or like 4,500 of the 5,000 or 900 of the 1,000 or whatever you started with. But you would do that 15 times.
So you had the money in the account, but you would take it out multiple banks. Okay.
And then just move to another place, another city, another,
Yeah.
never at home.
Yeah.
And so I did it for a while.
And so how do you think they found you?
I know how they found me.
How?
Somebody told.
Most
of the time when the Fed catch you, somebody ratted you out. They don't do all that research. Sometimes they do. Look at it. No, I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah.
Somebody had to start it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, somebody. I had a co-defendant.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so with that, that's your odd. And so how were you when you were when you were locked up? Like, did you turn your life around then? Like, did it give you time to think?
Oh my God, a lot of time to think. So I don't know about anyone else, but for me, in my experience, everybody is like pleading with God. God, if you just let me out, I promise you I'll serve you to the day I die, Lord God.
Yeah.
But he knew he couldn't let me out because my lesson would not have been learned. I needed to do the entire 48 months. Well, I didn't do 48 months. I did 46. But I had to do all that time in order, because God knows his children. Some children you can send a time out, and some of them you got to pop their hand.
Yeah.
And he had to pop my hand. And so absolutely, when you get that self-reflection, and I call it the mirror image, and I looked at me and I was ratchet and horrible. And I didn't like the person internally that I was. And so, but that wasn't right off.
Yeah.
The first year you were still hopeful. I'm going to win my appeal. I'm going to go home. In the first, year, you're okay, because you can say, this time last year I was at home doing this. This time last year I was at Bayou Classic.
Yeah.
This time last year I was at homecoming.
Yeah.
But then going into that 13th month, it's something different.
Yeah.
And you realize that you are here and you're not going home.
Yeah.
And so you deal with a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
Anger, mad at myself.
And you weren't, it wasn't just you, right? You had a family, right?
My daughter.
Yeah.
Embarrassed.
Yeah.
Hurt that I hurt my mother. Embarrassed my family.
Because you come from a prestigious background.
My mom is an amazing woman.
Yeah.
Never went to visit a prison until she came to visit me.
Wow.
So you go through a flood of emotions.
Yeah.
Angry with yourself, and then you get to the point where you can't call your mom. Yeah. And you can't call your best friend. Because they're busy doing life like people who do what their productive citizens do. So they don't have time to hear me cry all day and pick up the phone. They're at work.
Yeah.
And so I had to come to realization, like, Calandra, you need to get your shit together. Like, start planning for your exit. When you get home, what are you going to do differently? And I did not know. But I knew, and I did make that promise. Lord God, I would never break the law again if you just let me go home. And he did. Yeah. It was after I served all my time. Yeah. But I met beautiful people. I had great experiences. And so had I not gone through that, I wouldn't be who I am today. So I'm very grateful for that time in my life.
Right. Okay, so you say you're grateful. Can you share? I know when Martha Stewart, when she came out, she was wearing like this knitted crochet like poncho that someone had made for her. So what did you do when you were there?
I learned how to crochet.
Yeah.
I can crochet.
Nice.
And I can cook a whole meal in the microwave.
Oh, nice.
A whole meal in the microwave. And so I can bake a cake in the microwave. I learned how to pray. I learned how to, what I know now is meditation. I know now how to be real with myself. So most of the things I brought from prison aren't tangible. Yeah. They are internal.
Yeah. And then that makes you a better person. That makes you who you are kind of today, right? Because you had to sit.
I met some beautiful people there
Yeah.
who call you out on it. You know, like I would say, oh my God, I'm sitting there crying, right? I got 48 months. And there was a lady named Miss Gladys, and she said, be quiet. That's short time. Don't say that. Somebody in here with life and you talking about you crying over 48 months. Don't be quiet. And I had to look at like, oh my God, it is a short time. Somebody would have died to have 48 months. You know, so whatever you're going through, somebody else is going through something a lot worse.
Yeah.
So I came to the place where I accepted where I was. And Bree, I just became who I am. I started the evolution of me.
Yeah.
Like, okay, God, I don't know how you're going to get me here. But I always knew I was supposed to be rich. I always knew I was supposed to have the ability to buy what I want, live how I want, travel how I want.
Yeah.
But at 24, you know,
Yeah.
I wasn't willing to work for that. 25, 26, 27. I just hustled.
Yeah. And so do you ever feel like, not would you do it again, but you don't regret it? I think
Absolutely
yeah,
not.
okay. Yeah.
I don't know who I would be
Yeah.
without that experience.
Yeah.
It was life changing.
Yeah.
Like I no longer feel entitled. I feel like my mom, if I called her or anybody, like I want it now.
Yeah.
And I was very selfish.
And you needed that restart. Do you think it started IamCalandra?
That's why it's IamCalandra, because I didn't have a name for 4 years. So I need you to know my name. I am Calandra.
Wow.
So everything has my name on it. Why? Because I didn't have a name.
Wow. Yeah.
So that's why it's I am Calandra.
Nice. Nice.
Because I am a person, not a number.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful. That should be told more. You have a book, right?
Yes, Consequences. And you can go get it on IamCalandra.com.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so we got past the past. So now what are you doing? Who are you now? Who is Calandra?
So let me take you back, the journey. So the against all odds, right?
Yeah.
So when I came home, I had to go and live with my mom. 30 something years old, and I'm at home with my mom. And she is a nurse and has been for years, all my life. And so she was working the morning shift and she went to the evening shift so that I could be able to borrow her car, her truck during the day. And I went looking for jobs, and girl, they didn't pay anything. I was like, Ma, I can't make it off of that. She was like, well, you gonna do something. So prior to going to prison, I was in nursing school. So I was like, let me go to nursing school. So I went to a LPN college, a college that had LPN courses. And I sat down and I did the application and everything. And so where they asked, have you ever been convicted of a felon? I didn't answer it. I didn't check no, but I didn't answer it. So the director, who happened to be the owner at the time, he called me in. Well, like, what's going on with this? I say, we'll explain. So he called me in and I told him, and he said, well, I'll talk to my nurses and I'll see if any one of them would be willing to let you come into class and do clinicals with you. If not, then I don't know.
Yeah.
So I still was like, okay, somebody's going to do it. And her name is Althea Mills. Thank you. She said yes. She and this lady named Miss Tate, she said yes.
Nice.
And so I started nursing school, and I had to work my ass off, Bree. I couldn't get a 94. I wanted 100. See, when you come in with that load on your back,
Yeah.
I have to shine bright. I have to be better than everyone else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Miss Mills, Miss Tate, they took me in. I was able to do clinicals. And when I applied to state board and they asked that question and I filled out all the information, they were like, well, we don't have anything on you. We don't see anything on your background. Can you go find the paperwork? So I went looking for the paperwork, and they're like, we never had this to happen. And my mom, you know, knowing the hustling daughter, what did you do? Did you do something? Your ass better not be doing nothing illegal. I was like, Ma,
Yeah.
this is nothing but my daddy. God is doing this like I don't know. Fast forward, got my license, graduated salutatorian, got my license, did that. And so now we have a 24-hour daycare.
Yeah.
I own properties. I get to coach. I get to speak. I get to be a mentor. I get to travel. I
Yeah.
get to do all of the things little me, younger me saw,
Yeah.
but do it the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw the vision. I just thought God meant tomorrow. He was like, no, girl,
Nope.
you got to work for this thing here. You got to do something.
Yeah.
But, you know, I had my mom. I had my village. My daughter's grandmother, her father's mom, supported me 100,000%.
Nice.
So every time my mom came to visit, she was with my mom.
No.
So I couldn't, my village is, my tribe is strong.
Nice.
It's amazing. So, yeah.
Yeah. Like I consider you the fairy godmother of a lot. Like you speak life into any situation. Like you have the Midas touch. Anything that you touch.
Hey, turns to
Yeah.
gold.
So when you called me, I was like,
Yeah,
absolutely. Like I would love to. Yeah. That's amazing. And where do you see Against All Odds podcast going? Like how
A
where do you
household name
Yeah.
where everybody wants to listen and hear, learn and grow, where everyone wants to be connected because it's an amazing place to be, where you can be vulnerable and no judgment, where we can help you get out of the pits. You know, people think I'm at rock bottom. Rock bottom has a solid foundation and it's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's okay to start over.
Yeah.
You know, purging, getting rid of things that you don't need, that weight. Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes we need just to open your eyes, like pop, pop, wake up,
Yep.
reality.
Yep.
So yeah, I would love for Against All Odds to be impactful in ways that I can't even imagine. So I don't want to limit us. You know what I mean? I want God to use this platform. If someone needs us, our resources are there. Our therapists, our counselors, our you know, HBCU people, if you're trying to get in school, scholarships, whatever that looks like. We are building something huge. We are building something big to make a major impact in our communities.
Yeah. And where did you go to school? 'Cause they don't.
The Southern University. Oh, but before that, I went to Southern University Laboratory.
Yes,
So, yes.
that's where she met
The
my
class of 1989. And I met your mom. Her mother is my classmate and one of my best, dearest friends and my travel mate. So, yes.
Yeah. And
I've been on y'all your life, Humphrey.
yeah, right?
And who knew?
Right. And I feel like me and Yanni, who's your daughter,
Yes.
I don't know. I smiled at her so big when I saw her. I didn't even know her. I'm like, oh my gosh, this beautiful being. And we connected. Yeah. Easy. So I feel like there's definitely some divine intervention working in the works with what we have going on.
And my daughter,
Yeah.
go follow her.
Yep.
Yana Forbes, CEO, and she is amazing, and she's beautiful like her mom.
Yep. She
Inside
is.
and out. I think she is, of course, she's mine. She's my seed, but she's an amazing, amazing young woman.
I was gonna get to her. Yep. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nice. I love that. I love that. I'm so happy. I'm so
Now,
happy
that
this
is the
happening.
regret, if any, leaving my baby.
Yeah.
My mom, she's an adult.
Yeah.
She was an adult then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she could deal with it. But Yanni didn't understand.
Yeah. And so from your perspective, since we're on the topic right now, like if you could, if I don't know if you've ever said anything to her about it, but like for the people who are listening who may be going through the same thing and don't have the words to express that feeling, because you know what would you give them, like that advice or that?
So am I talking to them or am I talking to Yanni?
You could talk to whoever. Let's talk to Yanni.
So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I, at that time, did what 24-year-old Calandra knew to do. I love you. I'm sorry. If I could do it all over again, I would change for her.
Yeah.
I would not, for me, prison was great. But the consequences my daughter had to endure from me being there is different. But I will say there's light at the end of the tunnel because the growth in me helped our relationship be better.
Yeah.
And so somebody else might be thinking, oh my God, how do I deal with this? Deal with it. Keep going through. The only way through is through.
Yeah.
Can't go over it. Can't go under it. You have to go through it. And some things you just have to go through to be better when you come out on the other side.
Yeah.
You know? But Yeah,
Absolutely. You think your relationship was affected by it?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Abandonment issues.
Mm.
I hurt my child.
Yeah.
Leaving, she didn't understand the justice system. She
Yeah.
didn't know what her 7.
I was gonna ask how old
She
she
was
was.
7, so she
Yeah.
couldn't understand that. Coming into prison, she didn't even realize. She was just happy to see me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when she was driving 7 hours to Dallas Fort Worth, because that was the nearest federal penitentiary.
Oh wow.
So she would drive.
Wow.
Well, she would ride,
Yeah.
and yeah, just happy to see me.
Yeah. Yep.
So as she got older, then her understanding was a lot better,
Mm.
and I think that's where the hurt came. The uncertainty.
Yeah.
No clarity. She was a child.
And how old was she when you were released?
11.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause
But the best thing I've ever done in my life is her,
yeah.
and the worst thing I've ever done in my life is her.
Yeah.
Making that mistake.
Yeah. But I from my perspective, I think Yanni is amazing. Same with
She
you.
is
Like
amazing.
she is such a ball of like energy and light. I love her. I really
Yes.
do love her.
And I know people are gonna say that's your child. You say that, and
No.
I do. But she really is amazing.
Yeah.
And intelligent.
Yes.
Well spoken, poised.
Businesswoman.
Yes.
Entrepreneur. Like
All of that.
yeah.
So I'm
Beautiful.
Not
She's a model. She's a model. Like she's
beautiful in real life.
yeah, in real life. Like
So yeah. But I am proud of her.
Yeah.
Where she is right now, with her marriage,
Mm-hmm.
on her personal level, and with her career.
Yeah.
Like I'm really super excited about what God is doing in her life and through her life.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nice.
So not too bad, huh?
No, I don't. I was gonna say like I think everything happens for a reason. Everything, even everything happens for a reason.
The journey has been a journey.
It has, but hey, that's your testimony.
Correct.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and we talked about the future, household name, and you are a brand. So what's under IamCalandra? Like what?
So we have
It's a brand.
the coaching,
Mm-hmm.
the business mentoring. We also have athleisure, the IamCalandra athleisure wear.
Mm-hmm.
We have the skincare brand. And then, the other stuff, well, I won't mention right now because I have business partners,
Yeah.
but where we do real estate, that. So
Yeah.
we do that as well. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And my daycare, the Learning Tree Academy,
Yeah.
2710 North Foster Drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to me, you are like I told you earlier, the Midas touch. Anything that you touch turns to gold. And I feel like you have mastered every single thing that you are a part of. Like you're fashionable, so you get into fashion. The skin is popping, so you get into skincare. You love children, so you open up a daycare. Like, I want homes, so why not be in, like, why not own real estate? Everything that represents you or everything that you, like, everything that you touch turns to.
Now, the real estate, I didn't have a clue about that. One of my good friends, Latrice, actually introduced me to that. I thought it was a scam, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
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 So, but getting into it has been a blessing.
Yeah. Yep.
It has been a blessing.
And it's lucrative, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I feel like when people look at you, it's, okay, well, this lady was behind bars, you were a single mom, right? You weren't.
I was.
Yeah.
He did leave.
Yeah. He left after?
After I had my baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
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 Yeah. See? And like, and it's like, okay, well, she's done this. She went through this. Well, I could do it too.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the power behind this beast that we are creating.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what we want everyone to feel.
Yeah.
Everyone. I don't care what the dynamics are, whatever it is your odd is.
Yeah.
You can overcome it.
Yeah.
Now know that a bigger odd is waiting on you on the other side of the smaller one, but you get the more I manifested, the more God blessed, the bigger and stronger my faith, my belief. Like, I
Yeah.
can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do this. I don't know how my daddy is going to do it, but he is going to do it.
Yeah.
And so that is what we want our community of listeners and viewers to see. Like, I can. Because we will read the comments.
Mm-hmm.
We will take the emails. We will be hands on
Yeah, absolutely.
to help everyone.
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
Yeah.
You know, we will see our work overflow into the communities.
Absolutely. So now let's lighten it up.
Okay.
What inspires you?
My daughter,
Yeah.
legacy.
Nice.
Being able to leave a legacy. My goal is when I'm gone in 100 years, my seed will still reap the benefits of what I'm doing today.
Yeah.
So that's the inspiration. In the beginning, it was I need to show these bitches that they are wrong about me. Because,
Yeah.
you know, of course, when you come home, it's a lot of talk.
Yeah.
So I was ducking and hiding and didn't really want to be seen. And now it's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, God has restored,
Absolutely.
redeemed.
Yep.
So, yeah, initially, that was the inspiration to prove people wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a while, it can't be about other people.
It's not about them.
And then, you know, you're like, okay, well, it's legacy.
Yeah.
It's
Legacy.
legacy.
Is there a person who inspires? So you said Yanni inspires you, but outside of like when you were younger, I guess your mom, because you said you were
Absolutely.
spoiled. Yeah, like
My mom and her sisters
yeah.
are so close knit. Like, I just thought they were amazing. Sister Sledge, like, we are family and all that. That was them.
Yeah.
And so my Aunt Vera and my Aunt Lois love to shop like I do. So I went with them every Saturday, and we would get up at 9 o'clock and close the stores down every Saturday. And I love that, right? I love that. And Vera put my first halter top on me
Yeah.
and my first lip gloss. So yeah,
Nice.
my aunts, each in their own individual way. So yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Ain't Joyce you too? Lois, Vera, Carolyn, love y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have a community. You've built a village, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so out of your village, where do you see? We've talked about you and your personal goals, but you're bringing your village along with you,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah.
So your mother. So being a huge part of my network, my village, my tribe, sending kids to HBCUs,
Yeah.
stress free.
Yeah.
That is a goal that we have. The more we have, the more people we're able to bless.
Yes.
Right. So that is one of the things that we want to do. Latrice, being one of my best friends, a part of my tribe, a part of my village, she wants to do housing. She wants to help people when they come home, transitional houses and homes and stuff like that. So as my friends have goals, they become my goals as well, and we all just work together to figure out how we're gonna do that. So that's what we invite the community here to be a part of that. You know, so as my friends have goals and their kids, last year or year before, it was when Gabby wanted to be Miss Senior. That was the goal.
Yeah.
So we're gonna push that goal, and I'm gonna do what we have to do that. So I love who my people love and what my people love.
Definitely the fairy godmother for sure.
So
For
yeah.
sure. I love this. This is fun. And one last question, and then we can wrap it up if that's good with you.
Okay. Yeah.
If you to just end it for everyone in this journey, this process, and the beginning of what we're about to unleash and open, what are your final thoughts?
Trust the process. Like, you see that so much, but trust the process. Work while you're in the process, and you will see the manifestations and the blessings that you see in your mind. All this time you're thinking, you're dreaming. That dream is real. You can make that your reality. Your reality today does not have to be your reality tomorrow.
Yeah.
Work get your ass up and do what you got to do. That's what I would say.
Nice.
So yeah,
Nice.
do the work.
Do the work. Nice.
So yeah.
Well, it's been lovely. I can't wait to see what this brings. And
You already know.
yeah.
What did you just say? Everything we touch turns to gold.
Midas touch. Absolutely.
So yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Thank you, Bree.
Well,
Thank
Thank you. Thank you so much. This amazing woman.
So here you go. Against All Odds, our first inaugural episode. Amazing.
Yes.
Bree, you were amazing.
Thank you. You are amazing.
And so if you all have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. They did put all of our information up there, and we welcome the feedback. If you have questions, any topics you want us to cover, anything you want us to do, please put it in there, and we will do our best to get to it as soon as possible. We will be weekly, so look forward and subscribe and get that click the notification bell so that you can get a notification that we have uploaded your new weekly video. And until next time, be blessed.
Thank you. Against All Odds.
Hey.
Bye.